subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spin.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw is Watson. Completion left side to Miller. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. At the 48-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. 12 yards there and a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An out cut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
From the red zone now, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Mike 58, right there. Watch the run. To the car. Check 6 guys. No. 24.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now it's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And an alley to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Throwing his line. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
No time now.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Miller. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
All day. All day. 11.
Now Love. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will get him one closer. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Squeeze, double. Watch twist.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's incomplete. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Check, 53's Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Lamar Miller, and he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. They've got good hands. Then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 21.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Watson got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get the ball. Check, 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 check.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Luck now on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And an alley to run. There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 19. Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Check 13. Check 13.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Set, 19, 54. Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On third down, Miller. Lamar Miller. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, 57 yards, and the Texans will add on to their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their own 24. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
29 yards. First down, Colts.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Texans on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Watson now to throw. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
They go back to the ground now with Miller. And some room to run. Lamar Miller, 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 47 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Switch.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st down, Love. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Love. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards on the ground.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Miller. He's had a big workload here tonight. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
After the run, Luck going to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Devin Funchess. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that will get him one closer. It is Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's got to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Come on, set. Go to base. Here we go. Check 26. Check 26.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Out.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Kill.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Let's go one more. Tight dog.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Bang, 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 bang.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.